Hello, everyone. How do you do? So, there's been a thought in my mind. It has lingered for a while, like up to a year and more now. And this thought came by when I was with some older friends, right? By the way, I enjoy hanging out with older friends. So, we were talking about some life principles and we started to talk about how people sway from what they are supposed to be doing and end up in caught up in other things, other activities and all that. So I made a comment and I said, well, that there are just so many distractions, so people are distracted by so many things. Then one of the other friends said they actually think of it differently. They think of it as attractions. So instead of saying people are distracted by so many things, they said people are rather attracted to so many things. And so those things they're attracted to end up distracting them from what they are supposed to be doing. So wow, that thought hooked me. And it has been on my mind for that long, you know. I've been thinking about it that wait a minute. So the things that we call distractions are actually distracting us because we are attracted to them. So, and what cue that is giving me is that means that the attraction is not on what it's supposed to be on. So like that means there is something else that you're supposed to be doing and there is something else that you're attracted to. So that makes that attraction diverted or wrong, for you to be on something else. Meanwhile, it's something else you're supposed to be doing. So I really started to give it a thought. And I decided to look up the word traction itself, since this is just an addition at the front. I forgot what we call it now. Look it up. So the word traction itself means to be pulled, to move, to be pulled into motion. I was like, okay, if this is what traction means, then I looked up the word dis as well, as in DIS. And this was giving negativity vibes. Though there are some exceptions anyway. But generally it means to criticize or treat with contempt. So in this context of traction now, this would be to stop something from being in motion. So you see words like disloyal, disregard, disappoint, disrespect, dislocation, disadvantage, you get the gist, and it goes on and on like that. So I'm like, all right. Meanwhile, the word attraction, so I decided to separate it, like, okay, traction, then at aspire, like a preposition. So at traction, so like when you're at traction, you are moved, you're pulled towards something, you're moving concerning something. Then that thought just started to expand in my mind, and I'm like, if what we are attracted to is different from what we are supposed to be doing, then is that not a problem? Is there not a problem there? So, and the thing is that any action can actually be a distraction, depending on what you're supposed to be doing at the time. So, which means that, first of all, you must have known what you're supposed to be doing at the time. Whether you know it or not, there's something you're supposed to be doing per time or per phase of your life or per season of your life. And whatever else you're doing, no matter how nice, no matter how good it is going to be a distraction. So let me look for something that does not sound serious. Let's say I'm supposed to be cooking. Cooking is a good thing. and I'm supposed to be cooking now. But at the same time, watching movies is a good thing. But if I'm watching movie now, no matter how nice, no matter how educative that movie is, if that is not what I'm supposed to be doing at that time, then it's a distraction. Yep, it is. Then does it not now mean that if that is the case, that sometimes we are supposed to be focused on something and we are doing something else, which is what we are attracted to at that time? Does it not now mean that if we want to be on track, does that not now mean that our attractions should then shift to what we are supposed to be doing? So this now led me to just be thinking with me. This now led me to the thoughts that means that it's not every time that you get to do what you love. Yep. And that means that sometimes you have to love what you're doing. When I arrived at this one, I was like, oh, okay. And I wasn't just having these thoughts random in my head. So I started to even look it up in the Bible. And I discovered that, okay. Let me tell you something. So recently, I saw one scenario. It's not a scenario because it's a true life story. I was reading about Ezekiel and I discovered some things that God asked him to do. And I'm like, please, what did we offend? Like, if I was Ezekiel, I'll be like, please, what's my own in all these things that you're asking me to do? Like, because of certain people's disobedience and sins and everything, God now wanted to use Ezekiel as a symbol to like play an example of what is going to happen to those people as per the consequences of what they did. God now said, Ezekiel, you are gonna lie on the left side of your body for 390 days, if I'm not mistaken. And the days in actual, when it's going to actually happen, it's going to be in years for those people. So he said, you are gonna lie on the left side of your body for 390 days. After that, you will now lie on the right side of your body for 40 days. As per that, those are the number of years that those people used to experience the consequences of their actions. And I'm like, and this is what it's supposed to do. Like, that is what it's supposed to be doing. John the Baptist too was supposed to be in the wilderness for the time of years that he was there. Please, how is this attractive? How is this attractive? I give you another one. So, the primary area of my practice now is maritime. But when I was in school, I did not do maritime law. And this course was in our final year, primary level. I feel like I was just done. Like, law is already complex on its own. I'm not about to complicate my grades, my results. So let me just do the one that I will easily guess. I don't know why I thought maritime was just so complex that I cannot understand it. It was giving it has to do with international laws, clinical that I beg. I'm not doing it. Guess who is practicing maritime now? Me. It is me. And truthfully, I'm enjoying it now. Is this something I loved before? No. Is this something I enjoy doing now? Yes. So I'm like, okay, because you see, the thing is that we are human beings and our minds can actually shift. We know this. Our minds shift all the time. Maybe last year your mind was on something. This year your mind is on something entirely different. So that means our minds can be what's the word? Trained. Yes. Our minds can be trained to get attracted to what we are supposed to be doing. And we don't just flow with what is what I feel like doing. I'll just do it. I don't feel like doing this. I'm not gonna do it. If it is what you're supposed to be doing, my dear, better fall in love with it. Better fall in love with it. Because it is that one thing you're supposed to be doing at that time that matters, not the plenty other things that you're doing. And that's the thing with distractions. They're usually a lot. They're usually a lot. And what you're supposed to be doing, maybe it's just one thing that you're supposed to be focusing on. But if you just see, if you just remember, this happens to me almost every day. Like when I think it happens to every one of us, that when you wake up, different things will just start coming to your mind. Maybe one thing that happened yesterday, things you're supposed to do that day, like thoughts will just be flying up and down. If you were to picture your mind, a lot is happening inside. But it is now your choice, or it will now take discipline for you to shift all those thoughts away and focus on what you're supposed to do at the time as you are waking up. Maybe as you are waking up, you know that this is what I'm supposed to do. And you just push all of those thoughts aside. But if you just move with the tides of your mind, you will not even be able to keep up. This was me like one of these days at work. So usually I try to do things that are very important for me to do personally before I step out and go to work. Because I know that once I get to work like this, I cannot predict though. Different things will just be coming. This is what we call, please let me do this. Please, have you sent this email? Please, and this one, that one. I sent you this. Have you seen it? And please check this. Different things will just come up. And I mean, okay, they are not distractions because I mean I'm at work now, so I'm supposed to be working. But what I'm supposed to have done personally, maybe early in the morning, if that's the time that I want to do it, it cannot work. It's not looking as if the work is a distraction, but meanwhile it is not, because I'm at work. I'm supposed to be working at the time. So at that time, if that's when I decide to be doing what I'm supposed to have done early in the morning, that thing, no matter how good it is, maybe it's to read a book or something, it will be a distraction because I'm supposed to be working at the time. So it all depends on what you're supposed to do, like what you're supposed to do per time. So dears, your name is not Martha. Don't be distracted by so many things. Just one thing is needed for you at a particular time. Focus on it and push aside the other things that could be calling for your attention. Okay? So you would have to take charge of your mind to train it to get attracted to what you're meant to be doing at the time. Maybe you're like me, that before you never liked a particular food and then now you like it. Me, I never liked honey. Like the smell was it was always nauseating. I never liked honey. But now guess who likes honey? Me. How I even got to like it, I cannot remember. And then there was a time that naturally I like fish, but there was a time I got sick and they served me rice and stew with fish, boiled fish. Oh, nice. But there was just this smell that came and just totally put me off. And guess what? After I recovered, the smell would just be in my head and I'm like, nah, I'm not eating. But now I'm back to liking fish. How I even got to like it back, I cannot remember. But anyways, that's to tell you that our minds are trainable. If I can use that, we can always get it to get used to what we are supposed to do. It's like working out. The first day you don't feel like working out, but you do it over time and then you start getting used to it. So one of the things that I would recommend you do, which is going to really help, because I believe everybody experiences this, and this you can literally try it with your daily activities. So instead of preparing to-dos, why not try time boxing or time blocking? So instead of just listing out the things I want to do, today I want to achieve this, as per go getter. I want to do this, I want to do that, blah 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 blah. Instead of just that, why not now box out a time for each of them? So that goes beyond just listening. Maybe between 8 and 9, I'm going to be creating this video, and that helps you to push out everything else by that time. So if you do that for everything you're supposed to be doing, that means that you have allotted something to each time that you have, and that prevents any other thing from just coming to your time and just jamming you up. So you have your time is a gift. It's a gift from God. You have your time. It's up to you. Like, you have it at your disposal. So before that time will fill itself up with any other random thing, better be the first to fill up that time with something that you're supposed to do. Okay? And the thing with time blocking is that it helps you to to know the time that it will require to do a certain thing, and that even helps you to plan ahead for the next time you want to do that thing, to know that, okay, it takes me 2 hours to do this. Example, this video. Before, I would think that, okay, I will just get an idea and then I'll just turn on the camera and start recording. But no, it doesn't work that way. So now I know that I'm going to need some time to put down the idea that I want to talk about, to develop it, to expand it, to even put it down like a script sometimes. I mean, not like I will have to say the words verbatim, but like just to highlight the major things that I want to talk about. And then I'll need time set apart to internalize those ideas. So internalize that thought and, get used to it, like get used to what I'm going to say, so it doesn't feel like I'm cramming something. And then I'm going to need time to shoot, and then I'm going to need time to edit. I'm going to need time to now produce it so that you're watching it the way you're watching this. And you can apply this to not just your daily activities, even the grand things like, okay, this week, this is what I'm going to be doing. Oh, for this month, these are the things that I must work on. Oh, for this month, or for this phase of my life, these are the things that I will focus on. It helps you to just, identify things that will now be distractions. No matter how good they are, you know that, no, this is not the time for this. This is not the time for that. Like years now, I just remembered, this is not the time for collecting gifts. All right, thank you for watching. So yeah, don't forget to share this video with everyone. This will be your love language to them. Send it. Help them to get the best of their time. Help them to maximize their time. So share. Comment, let me know what resonates with you, or something that just catches your attention, and maybe even something that you'd like me to speak on. This is Showers of Ìbùkún podcast, and I am Ìbùkún Christy. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.